So, my number 7 is an album called Walk Among Us by the Misfits. It was released in 1982. There's 13 songs in the album, and again, a lot of the albums that I've included, it's just under 30 minutes long at 24 minutes and 7 seconds.
That's a good length of an album, just get in and out.
Absolutely. Again, I wasn't aware of this at the time until I started doing my research, but this is actually the debut studio album from the American horror punk outfit. I thought that their second studio album, which is called Earth AD / Wolf's Blood, was released before Walk Among Us, to be honest, because the recording on Walk Among Us sounds a lot more polished than some of the other albums. The recording Earth AD and Wolf's Blood is terrible.
Yeah.
It's quite a good album if you can get past that kind of DIY kind of recording sound. It's certainly a lot heavier, but yeah, it takes a wee bit of kind of getting used to. But there's kind of reasons for that. Apparently, I did a wee bit more digging. By the time they'd released Walk Among Us, they'd already recorded Earth AD and Static Age, but never released it until a lot later. And I think that had something to do with the lead singer Glenn Danzig leaving the band and then coming back, and there's been a big...
There's lots of legal furore in music and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah. But yeah, for those of you who kind of don't know the kind of Misfits and what they're all about, I would describe them as a kind of iconic band in the American punk rock scene. Their Crimson Ghost motif, which they appropriated from a 1946 film of the same name, has kind of been plastered on many a guitar, skateboard, and studded leather jacket.
Like, regardless of whether you know anything about the Misfits or who they even are, you know that logo. It's everybody knows that logo. It's just everywhere.
I used to have it on a pair of khaki shorts that I used to wear. I used to kind of cut about in, and they kind of blend material from kind of horror and sci-fi B-movies and kind of TV shows into kind of really good punk and kind of psychobilly songs. There is a kind of classic rock sensibility about them as well. This album in particular is what I've described as a belter from kind of start to finish, and has more Glenn Danzig woes than you can shake a skeletal romaine at. The opening track, 20 Eyes, sets out kind of what to expect from the rest of the album. I would say that, again, with the likes of the Sex Pistols and stuff like that we kind of talked about previously, it's really simple. You know what I mean? Like, anybody could really kind of pick up a guitar and kind of hammer out these songs, to be honest. But it's simple yet effective. In particular, Arthur Googies, who's the drummer, his drum lines are just really infectious. You can't help but like batter along, listen to them. There's been a few times where I've been driving along listening to this album and I've just been battering on the steering wheel, very, very nearly kind of hooting the horn. Especially on tracks like I Turned Into a Martian, which is the second track on the album, Vampira, Nike Go-Go and Violent World. The intro to that, which is, there's only a kind of a 6-second drum beat, but it's just pure bliss. Like I said, the album's fantastic. As I said, it kind of blends a lot of material from sci-fi and horror movies, and it ends with a song called Brain Eaters, which sounds like a kind of British oi punk sound. It's kind of reminiscent of the likes of kind of Sham 69, which again is one of these kind of archetypal punk bands, kind of 70s, 80s punk bands. But it's basically about zombies complaining about having brains to eat all the time. And why they can't just get some guts. Why can't they get some fucking rotting guts, is the lyric. So there is a kind of bit of humour kind of peppered throughout the album, even if Glenn Danzig probably takes himself a bit too seriously nowadays. He at one time did have a bit of humour about him.
Cool.
I kind of wish the Misfits just stopped, because I know that they're still touring. Jerry Only, the bassist and the only original surviving member of the band, it's almost like he's kind of flogging a dead horse, to be honest. But in their prime, they were absolutely fantastic. other kind of albums to kind of check out. Legacy of Brutality, Static Age as well. There's some really good tracks in there like Teenagers from Mars, Hybrid Moments as well, which is again probably a pretty well known Misfits song. But yeah, if you just want a kind of perfect slice of straight up punk, then this is where it's at.
Cool. I think what you said about the songs just being quite simple but catchy is like, it's a bit of an art, like fooling people into thinking like it's really easy to like make songs like that. The Ramones were really good at that.
Yeah.
Sort of being able to write perfect, simple but really good songs is a talent.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
A talent that kind of belies the simplicity of the songs, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was Walk Among Us by the Misfits. Fucking forget who the Misfits are.